Challenge Rift 32, a guide by Bannick13. Welcome back, my 13ies. We are playing as a wizard this afternoon, Slytherin! And clicking on the soul mirror, having a quick look at the gear, we can see that this player is trying to go for the seasonal achievement of completing a Greater Rift 45 with no set items. No doubt about it, that's what he's doing here. So we've got a lot of ancients here that obviously will link up with his skills and passives nicely, but let's have a look at the Canise Cube first. Unstable Scepter, Crown of the Primus, Convention of Elements, Skills, Shock Pulse, Arcane Orb, Teleport, Black Hole, Slow Time, and Storm Armor. The passives, Power Hungry, Unwavering Will, Elemental Exposure, and Paralysis. Now, the most important thing you all need to look at is Triumvirate. Now, your signature spells will increase the damage of Arcane Orb by 342% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So 342% times 3, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it and keep those stacks up. Looking at the belt, also, your signature spells attack 50% fast and restore 12 arcane power. Also pretty handy in this, and it's definitely something that is going to assist us as we progress through this challenge rift. So the strategy is, now with Triumvirate, what you want to do is cast Shock Pulse 3 times, and you'll see a little icon appears at the bottom of your screen, which I'll show you before we enter the actual challenge rift, and you get 3 stacks, and that increases your Arcane Orb damage that much. 342% times 3, and as long as that little icon is up, then you keep that damage buff. And what you can also do is every now and then just cast a Shock Pulse. You don't have to do 3. If you want to keep your stacks up, just cast one randomly and you'll keep those stacks up. More than likely you'll have to spam Shock Pulse anyway just to get your arcane power up, so that's fine. So you should always have those 3 stacks, and if you don't, make sure that you pay attention to the bottom left hand corner of your screen near your health bar and make sure you got those stacks up. Teleport we're going to be using to get to our packs quicker. You can spam this as long as your arcane power is reasonably full. It doesn't really use much, and you also get a free one because of the rune there. Black Hole you want to cast when you come across density, big packs. Slow Time, you definitely want to use this when you come across elites, and make sure you stand in it so you can get that rune buff and increase your attack speed. It's definitely super handy when you come across density and elite packs. Storm Armor you want to cast as soon as you enter, and make sure it's always up. It reduces the arcane power of the skills that we're using, and also does a bit of damage to enemies around us. So what I was talking about with Shock Pulse, look, when you cast Shock Pulse, you can see this icon down here, 3 stacks of Triumvirate, and when you cast your Arcane Orbs, it just does huge damage. It only lasts 6 seconds, so make sure that you've always got 3 stacks up, and you will notice that you do hell of a lot of damage. So Slow Time you want to use as well, keep your stacks up, and then just spam Arcane Orb to melt down your elite packs. And obviously Black Hole whenever there's density that's around you. That is it. Let's do it together. We'll get a decent time, but I'm in a rush. I've got to go to work, so I'm not going to go for some ultra awesome leaderboard time. So cast your armor, cast Slow Time, get your 3 stacks through Shock Pulse, and then boom, unleash your Arcane Orbs. And as you can see, we just down those two elite packs like nothing. And I also forgot to mention earlier that we do have Zay's Stone of Vengeance, a legendary gem in one of the sockets, the jewelry sockets there. So what you want to do is try and keep your distance from elite packs or from elites, and just cast your Arcane Orbs when you have those 3 stacks up, and you just do extra damage. It multiplies that much more. As you can see, I was a little bit further away from that elite, and he just got, melted through like nothing there. Another important thing to mention is that Black Hole, when you hit, the more enemies you hit with Black Hole, it actually temporarily multiplies your damage a lot as well. So what you want to try and time, if you really want that awesome leaderboard time, like top 5, top 10, even if you're going for rank 1, what you want to do is just time that Black Hole perfectly. If you're near a really big pack, a dense pack, and you cast Black Hole, then make sure that you unleash your Arcane Orbs when you have 3 stacks as well on an elite. It's all about timing. You have to really plan out your route perfectly in order to do that, which I'm not doing right now. I've had a few shots at this challenge rift. I'm going to get a decent time. It'll be top 50, but you have to be pretty hardcore to really time this perfectly. You have to get your damage multipliers just right. So 3 stacks from Triumvirate, and also as many stacks as possible from Black Hole. And you got to do that just before you come across an elite. And you can pretty much one-shot them with Arcane Orb, or two-shot them. It'll just take crackerjack timing, but it is possible. It depends, you know, what you set out to achieve with this week's Challenge Rift. You might just want to come here and visit me and see me, say hello. So be it. Make sure you leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Become a 13. Join your creepy uncle. Tell your uncle what you want to see him do, and he will do it. Like, nothing too creepy. Like, I am, you know, I call myself Uncle Creepy, you know, for comedic reasons. I'm not going to do anything, like, weird or anything. Anyway, progressing through nicely here. So, big pack there, black hole. And what I actually should have done is black holed it, and then still had that buff up so I could just melt down this elite pack here. But I didn't time it perfectly. Now I know what I have to do, but I'm not going to attempt some crazy time. I've got to go to work. Some of us have lives to live. I wish I could play Diablo 3 all day. And it's definitely up to you if you want to just teleport through from elite to elite pack, or if you want to stop off and kill some dense packs. You know, as you've noticed, I killed some dense packs on the way. Yeah, it does save a bit of time. But you can experiment yourselves on how you save the most time, whether you stop and kill off every pack that you see, every dense pack, or if you just, you know, progress as quickly as you can from elite to elite and save time that way. It's a good challenge this week to really come up with different tactics, I think. I like it. Alright, so one more big pack. Oh no, maybe two more. There's a big pack right here. I don't think we'll need another elite. There's one more big pack to the right. The Rift Guardian will pop after this one for sure. Here he is. So this build isn't very ideal for single target damage like we're doing now, unless you had the black hole buff, which we didn't. So if he popped at the perfect time, it could have really did a number on him, but he didn't. As I said, this is crackerjack timing, this challenge rift, if you want to be very competitive. That is how we do it though. If you're just after materials, if you're just after the bare basics, this is how you do it. Remember to keep your stacks up, try and time your black holes perfectly so you can take out all that extra multiplied damage onto elites. Either way, whatever your goal is for this week's challenge rift, happy monster slaying. Please don't forget to subscribe and become a very creepy 13.